What is happening? Welcome to my channel. My name is Matt Bradford. Today, I want to just compare some lap steels. It's a perfect opportunity to do so. I just built this one. I just finished this one, so it's got brand new strings on it. Finished this one a couple days ago. It's got brand new strings on it. You can see that it's missing a pickup. I damaged that pickup, and we're going to get to that. So I have a couple others, right? I have my favorite one at the moment, my favorite two at the moment. That also, oh my god, so many Telly lap steels. That also I put brand new strings on for this episode. This should be the thumbnail. And then, ooh, maybe I'll make it the thumbnail. I so rarely do that. And then finally this guy, which is the one I played with Tool. I'll never stop showing that clip. And then, but yeah, it's, you know, I put new strings on it. It's funny because it was kind of old and it's been sitting around. It's waiting for sale. Which brings me to some stuff real quick before we get into it. I understand. Just hang with me, please. I'm gonna use some of these guitars are for sale. I have the reverb link below, but this has been a thing a couple times. If you're not in the U.S., the reverb links don't show up because the reverb shipping thing is just whack, dude. And the shipping, I've been able to find cheaper shipping than reverb was doing by like significant margins sometimes, like $100 to go overseas, like $100 less to get something overseas. So hit me up, mattbradfordmusic@gmail.com, and we can, you know, figure it out. Plus, the prices are lower because I don't have to pay the fees. So like, I have this listed at $2,300, but I'll sell it to you for $2,000. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Right, like this one will be $2,300 now, but you know I'm gonna list it at $2,700 probably because it's open for offers and there's all this stuff. Whatever, it's fine. Okay, reverb link is below. I have T-shirts. I have merch. Link is below, and I have more logos coming. So if you don't see something you like right now, just, you know, check back in a couple weeks. I got some stuff in the works. And then finally, I have a Patreon. We're gonna use some backing tracks today to put these guitars in context, and the Patreon link is below. Yeah, that's it. Oh, and if you just feel like leaving me a tip, you're like, hey man, I really learned something that was worth $5, $10, whatever. People have been very generous. I really appreciate you. Here's some QR codes. Okay, so just trying to figure out a way to support myself and the channel. Check it out. I have these 5 guitars, and they have different pickups, and they have different tone woods. They have different construction methods, and I think that all of those things play a role. If you don't believe in tone woods, I don't really know what to say to you. But I've worked in shops. I've worked as a builder. I worked for Bill Asher for a while, building Asher. I would like to do a comparison of modern lap steels and vintage. Cats are doing stuff too. It's very exciting. Modern lap steels and vintage lap steels at some point too. But you know, I've worked in shops. I've touched thousands of guitars. I think tone wood matters, you know, and it's part of a whole. So that is to say that you don't go, mahogany guitars sound like this, but mahogany guitars might have certain characteristics, right? Ash guitars have certain characteristics. If you've ever played a mahogany style Strat, it doesn't sound like an Ash Strat. The cats are having fun today. It's Thanksgiving. Like, we're going to have cat noises. It's going to be what it is. You know, they're chasing each other around. Life's good. Okay, so check it out. This is reclaimed sugar pine, and I love reclaimed woods. I like trying to accent what was reclaimed in it. Maybe I'll show you the picture of the boards that I have. Right, these are what I cut this out of, and it has this blue stain on it, and so I painted it blue, sanded a lot of the blue back. I left the wormholes open if I could, but I sealed them. And, you know, there was a wormhole on the edge. I don't know if you can see this in the camera. We'll see. But, like, right over here somewhere, There's like a wormhole that I filled and left clear so you can see that stuff. It's super. I love that stuff in a guitar. I like guitars that have a ton of character, etc. Sounds like this. Oh, and this is a tempered maple neck. Tones. Oh my God, I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. Tones. Today, look, that's the other thing. What's the context we're using them in? Today, rock context. I will do more videos. I know this is already going to go way too long, so we're going to have to do this in parts. And if it gets a lot of views, then we'll do a lot of these, right? And if it doesn't get a lot of views, then we won't. I don't know. Today, I'm using my Greer Mini Chief. It's a 3-watt tube amp. It's going into my booth. ISO booth, and inside I've got a Satellite Amps 1x12. It is not my bassiest 1x12. All of this is going to play a part in what we're talking about, right? The wood and the neck and the pickups, and then also what amp is it going into, and then what cab is it going into, and then I'm using 3 mics to make sure I'm getting all the sub information. That's why that kick drum mic is on there, ribbons on there to get a lot of nice body, and then the 57 for the cut. But like, we're gonna use rock sounds today. Okay, so this one. Pretty cool. Okay, so this is tempered pine, and basically I'm using Righteous Sound pickups. That one had Wagner custom rewind, or Wagner pickups, I guess now. Godwoods. These are a Righteous Sound custom set. It's a Bluebird in the neck. It's a diadem in the bridge, and I had a Bluebird in the middle that I damaged. So I've got to figure out what I'm going to do. Now, the guitar, to me, is a little smooth. It's really nice, a little smooth. It's very bright. Which in this context, I actually may like it. But I don't know for sure yet. So it's going to be cool to do this test. The reason I haven't just ordered a new pickup yet is because, Josh it takes him a few months to get a pickup out. And so, okay, if this guitar is too bright with these pickups in it, then maybe I'll put P90s in here. And I'll put these in something else. It's always fun to move pickups around, etc. But whatever. This sounds pretty good. All right, tempered pine, so it has a little bit less booty to me than the other ones. But it sounds great. Yeah. And I'm waiting for some longer screws to get the neck pickup a little bit higher up. It's just a little bit far away from the strings, which is causing that significant volume drop. Like it could be... Yeah, it could be another 1/16 of an inch higher. So, whatever. Cool guitar. That is massive. This is one of my main guitars at the moment. It's not for sale. I mean, they're all for sale if you offer me enough money. But yeah, it's awesome. This is reclaimed pine. So it's reclaimed. It's from an old barn like 100 and something years ago. This is a still a tempered maple neck. Really cool. Really cool. Yeah. Yeah, and then this is Western Red Cedar. So Western Red Cedar, Lawler Firebirds. These are Arcane pickups, 1978 in the bridge and a gold foil humbucker in the neck. These are Lawler Firebirds. This is probably my most versatile because of the Firebird's kind of like a massive sounding single coil, and I use a lot of fuzz. So for me, I like a little bit less beef in the bridge than like that last one had when I'm using fuzz. It's very specific. All right, those are all the sounds, but that's not in context of anything, so that doesn't really help us. You know, if I'm playing in a 3-piece, I need a bigger sound. If I'm playing in a 5-piece and there's an organ, another guitar player, or there's another, you know, even just another guitar player, like we got to start fitting around each other. So you know, if somebody has a really bright guitar, I might take a darker guitar. If somebody has a really dark guitar, I might take a bright guitar. If somebody has a scoopy guitar, I want something with mids. You see what I'm saying? Like, we want stuff to fit around each other. Okay, so, check it out. Let's put it in the context of a track. Now, these tracks are available on Patreon. But let's start with this one. I'm gonna cut between all the guitars. Bam, 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 bam. So that, because at least for me, trying to hear them and then some moron starts talking in between them, you know, it doesn't, like my brain resets too fast and I can't hear the nuances. And what we're talking about is nuances, right? If you're like, they all sound the same, well, same player, same amp, same recording rig, right? The only thing that's changing is the guitar. I don't think they all sound the same. They're very clearly different to me. You might have bad monitoring too, but more importantly, I think we're talking about nuances. And you know, I had a question, quick aside, I had a question on Patreon about, you know, affordable options, because obviously these are all very expensive, and you know, I think one of these pickups costs as much as some lap steel, some beginning lap steels. I will tell you that I think, and I did this with the video I did on like what lap steel should you buy. The player makes the biggest difference. And you can do this stuff with anything, and I'll get into some less expensive options for that. I'm gonna do a Q&A at some point with questions from Patreon, and we'll get into all of like the sort of less expensive options. You know, we don't need you know, a high-end boutique tube amp and a high-end boutique cab and an ISO booth. Like, my recording rig is for a professional musician, and so there are less expensive options that I think sound phenomenal. Okay. But let's put this in the context of a track so we can hear the nuances of the different guitars. All right, that's pretty cool. I definitely hear nuances. I definitely have preferences, but that is in the context of one track. I have to go check the turkey, and that lets me cool the camera down and do some stuff. And then I'm going to come back, and we're going to put this into the context of a denser rock track. Same vibe. Let's just see if we hear some differences. I know that when I do stuff with certain tracks, and I'm like, oh, this one sounds like I'm not cutting through, and this goes back to like, why have 4,000 guitars? If I'm not cutting through, I know I reach for a different instrument. And the same way, if something sounds too thin, I can reach for a different instrument. If you don't have all of that, right? Like on a gig for me, I only bring the one guitar. And I usually bring this one, right? But, I'm only bringing the one guitar. And then if I need to make adjustments, I'll do that with pedals or I'll do that with whatever, right? Pedals obviously help shape sounds and all the rest. But when I have my core stuff doing what I want it to do, then that makes the rest easier. So, again, in a rock track, a denser rock track, I think we're going to get different results. And if you guys are into this and we're feeling it, blah blah, then we should do this with blues, and we should do this with something clean, and we should do this with something atmospheric, because the best sounding guitar in a certain scenario is not the best sounding guitar all the time. Okay, I'm getting off my high horse to go check my hopefully cooked turkey. Okay, turkey's looking good, and we're gonna do a rock track. So, in a denser track, I want less low end because that's gonna muddy stuff up, and then I want to cut through more. Now, if I hit a tube screamer, it kind of does some of that for me. It shelves out some of that lows. It moves my nose up overall. Right? Gives it a little lift to cut through a little more. That was not a tube screamer. That's a Caslitter sweet little thing. It's a great overdrive. It's supposed to be like an old 808. Great tube screamer overdrive. Okay, but the point is, let's put it into a rock track. Let's see if the guitars sound different to you or to me in the context of a rock track. Well, I kind of got what I expected, but I've also been living with most of these guitars for a little while. But yeah, definitely I have a different experience in a denser track than I do in a bigger track. I also have a different experience kind of playing lead sometimes than I do playing like rhythm stuff. These guitars all do occupy different, for me at least, different sonic spaces. So that all being said, I have the ones that I use the most. I wouldn't sell any of them if I could help it, but I also love building them. And at a certain point, I'm gonna have to choose between 4,000 guitars and like being married. And I enjoy my spouse, so that's it. I hope. Oh, I gotta do the closing jam. Let's do it on the new one because I'm just excited to play the new one for a second. Thanks for hanging. I hope I hope you got something out of this. I do. I love doing these, just the informational ones. These are probably my favorite ones. And so, we'll see. We'll see how it does. If this is something that's sustainable, these are I really like, at least for me, I get to learn new things. And so, yeah, you're rad. Thanks for hanging out.